Welcome back, everyone. Let's go ahead and talk about a couple of ways to go ahead and fix an Xbox One that may be overheating. Now, there's a couple of different ways to go about doing this, but I will tell you the most common ways to do it are pretty much just to make sure. This is like the biggest secret of all, and I don't know why more people don't talk about it, but you want to be aware of things that are around your specific Xbox. So with your Xbox One, for example, whether it's the One S or One X, you want to go ahead and make sure there's nothing surrounding the console, especially the top or the fans. Now, if it's side by side to something, let's say it's side by side to your TV or your PlayStation 4 or 5 or something like that, then it's probably okay. But if it's like right next to or behind the wall, this is the most common thing that I see. Typically, people will have it as close to the wall as they possibly can, or they'll have it, covered up from the top and bottom, or they'll have it underneath their TV and it's blocking a lot of things. If that ends up being the case, then your Xbox is going to, heat up no matter what happens. And the way these, consoles are cooled is basically it goes ahead and brings in cold air and it brings out hot air. Now, if it doesn't have enough room to go ahead and bring out that hot air, there's going to be a lot of problems there. So that is pretty much the main thing you want to go ahead and do. You want to make sure nothing is blocking the exterior. You want to make sure nothing is, taking away the capability of this thing being able to go ahead and actually export any hot air. And that is pretty much the main thing you can do as of that point. Now, let's say you go ahead and do that and that doesn't end up working. Well, the other things you can do typically are kind of combined into the software situation. So first of all, as long as nothing's covering up your Xbox, no papers, no blankets or anything, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and make sure your Xbox is either updated to one of the more recent versions of software, or if you went ahead and just updated your software recently, you found out this is the problem, then this may actually be the problem is the software. Now, if you're playing a lot of heavy intensive games and you have something like the original Xbox One or something, well, you're probably going to end up having problems no matter what. So that is a really important thing to keep in mind. No matter what you really do on your Xbox One, you're probably going to run into issues, especially if you have an older console. So the very first thing you want to do here is, again, if you're playing heavier intensive games, just understand that if you have an older console, you may end up having some situations here no matter what. So that is a very important thing to keep in mind. Now, as long as all those things are set and everything, another thing you can do is pretty much go ahead, make sure your Xbox One doesn't have a specific hardware problem. So what you want to do, and it's kind of a tedious process, but you want to go ahead and back up everything on your Xbox. You want to factory reset it, and you basically want to boot it back up and set it up as a new console. Now, if your Xbox One, as soon as you power it on and it's factory reset before you play any games, and the fans are still ramping up like crazy, well, you may have some faulty parts within your Xbox, and really the only thing you can do as of this point is pretty much get your Xbox replaced from Microsoft or some other third-party retailer and pretty much move on from there. So those are pretty much the main things you can do to fix an overheating Xbox One. If you guys have any other questions or anything like that, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count. So it means so much if you guys can hit that. Also, check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my other channels. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.